Hey there, introverts! Are you tired of feeling like you're missing out on all the fun social activities? Do you wish you could become more outgoing and easily make new friends? Firstly, it's important to understand that being an introvert doesn't mean you're shy or socially awkward. It simply means that you recharge your energy by spending time alone or in quiet environments, and that social interactions may be draining for you. However, socializing is still an essential part of life, and with a few adjustments, introverts can learn to enjoy it too. As an introvert myself, I know firsthand how challenging it can be to put yourself out there and socialize with others. But I also know that socializing is an important part of life. So if you're an introvert looking to expand your social circle and make new friends, or if you're simply curious about what it takes to become more outgoing, then stick around. We're about to dive into some practical and creative ideas that will help you break out of your shell and start socializing like a pro. We both understand that this is not the kind of person who succeeds in the modern world. The lively guy at the party, the salesman who can talk for long hours about anything and everything, and the person who asks a lot of questions, has a lot to say, and isn't afraid to share his knowledge are all examples of extroverts. But how exactly do you do that? Is that even possible if you're an introvert? I'm here to assure you that yes, it is possible to transform from a shy, unnoticeable person to a popular guy that everyone wants to be around. You must first understand that being an introvert need not automatically equate to a lack of confidence. Okay, so just because you're quiet, just because you prefer to be by yourself, and just because you want to keep to yourself doesn't imply you lack the confidence to speak in front of a group or to make persuasive points during a team meeting at work. For instance, an introvert may be extremely quiet but a phenomenal athlete. That requires self-confidence. Even though you might enjoy being alone, you can let loose and chat for hours when you're around your closest friends. As an introvert, every conversation and every engagement will be more challenging because it will initially feel awkward. It won't feel organic, I'm afraid. You're going to feel like you really have to push yourself here for you to be able to engage in a conversation with extroverts. It's going to be a challenging undertaking, but it is feasible, and with time, it becomes a lot simpler. However, socializing is still an essential part of life, and with a few adjustments, introverts can learn to enjoy it too. Start small. If you're not used to socializing, it can be overwhelming to jump into a large social event. Instead, start small by inviting a friend or two for a low-key gathering, such as a movie or game night. This way you can ease into socializing and get comfortable with being around others. Proactive, active listening. One of the challenges introverts face in social situations is feeling like they don't have anything to say. However, being a good listener is just as important as being a good conversationalist. Practice active listening by really paying attention to what the other person is actually saying and asking follow-up questions to show that you're interested in what they have to say. This can also help you come up with ideas for things to talk about. Join a group or club. Joining a group or club that aligns with your interest is a great way to meet like-minded people. Whether it's a book club, hiking club, or photography club, you'll have a built-in conversation starter and a shared interest to bond over. Plus, being a part of a group can make socializing feel less intimidating. Take breaks when needed. Socializing can be exhausting for introverts, so it's important and acceptable to take breaks when you need to recharge your energy. This could mean stepping outside for a few minutes, finding a quiet corner to sit in, or excusing yourself early from a social event. Remember, it's okay to take care of yourself and prioritize your own needs. Practice positive self-talk. Introverts may have a tendency to doubt themselves or feel self-conscious in social situations. Combat these negative thoughts by practicing positive self-talk. Remind yourself of your strengths, and focus on what you can bring to a social situation rather than what you perceive as your weaknesses. Try new things. Stepping away from your comfort zone can be very scary, but it's also a great way to grow and learn. Try new things. Whether it's attending a concert or trying a new hobby, and challenge yourself to push past any discomfort you may feel. You may surprise yourself by enjoying something you never thought you would. Set small goals. Set small, achievable goals for yourself when it comes to socializing. This could be as simple as saying hello to a stranger or initiating a conversation with a coworker. By setting small goals, you'll build your confidence and feel more comfortable in social situations. Embrace your introversion. Introverts often feel pressure to become more outgoing and extroverted, but the truth is that there's nothing wrong with being introverted. In fact, introverts have many strengths and qualities that make them valuable members of society, such as their ability to listen deeply, think critically, and be creative. So, rather than trying to change yourself to fit into society's expectations, embrace your introversion and learn to work with your unique strengths and talents. This will not only help you feel more confident and comfortable in social situations, but it will also allow you to show up authentically and contribute your unique perspective to the world. Finally, remember that being an introvert is part of who you are, and that's okay. You don't have to become a social butterfly overnight, and it's important to honor your own needs and boundaries. Embrace your introversion and don't feel like you have to change yourself to fit in. Now, I need you to understand why difficult situations arise. You haven't actually run out of things to say to strangers when you feel like you have. Your mental filter of something good enough to say to a stranger has just run dry. Filtering is a typical habit in which one withholds speaking until they have checked with themselves to ensure that what they are about to say is cool, impressive, smart, and intriguing. And this behavior can seriously impair your capacity to improve your communication abilities. How do we correct it, then? That can be fixed quite easily. All that is needed is a deliberate practice to eliminate the filter. Hence, stop filtering and stop asking yourself, will I sound cool if I say this? Not at all. Start by practicing this no filtering method with acquaintances who aren't complete strangers. It's exciting to realize that you are free to express whatever is on your mind, and that is perfectly acceptable. You'll be alright as long as you don't say anything incredibly improper that might get you to jail. As they are so preoccupied with their own viewpoints and filters, people don't really care how great you think what you're saying is. The second really effective method I want to discuss is threading. Threading means diverging the dialogue in numerous directions. For instance, I spent 6 months interning in London last year. You may switch the topic of the conversation by remarking on how much they like London, the company they worked for, or their line of employment. Using the supplied threads, you may continue the discussion in a number of different ways. Really, I also visited London last year. Or, I'd like to go to London someday, I love to travel. I'm going to give you a psychological trick right now that will literally make you more approachable and easy to chat with. The pratfall effect is the name of it. Additionally, it asserts that flaws make you more likable. When people can see that you're fallible and make mistakes, they will find you to be more likable and human. Individuals who are perfect can appear dangerous, but those who are flawed are safe and hence simpler to appreciate genuinely. Make mistakes occasionally if you want to be liked and be approachable, but do it in situations when it's safe to do so. But yes, avoid making mistakes in front of your boss in the hopes that it will make him like you more, or you might just get fired. When you don't have a filter, you'll say things that don't make sense and you'll make errors and mistakes. When you do this, the pratfall effect will begin to work its magic. People will like you more, open up to you more easily since they perceive you as more human, and chat more, providing you with more threads and branches to guide the conversation into. The number of branches increases conversation depth and likability. It's a cycle where things keep getting simpler and simpler. The major lesson I want you to take away from this video is that despite what you may think, the world won't end if you say anything dumb. Because people struggle with their own self-assurance, filters, and thoughts, they won't get much attention. No one is perfect, and I think that being one would be isolating and not at all fun. So just talk about what you want to talk about and crack a joke if you feel like it. Becoming more social as an introvert is definitely possible with a little bit of effort and practice. We've covered a range of tips and strategies, from starting small and practicing active listening to joining groups and clubs, embracing your introversion, and setting small goals. Remember, being an introvert is not a flaw or weakness, it's just a part of who you are. By understanding and honoring your own needs and boundaries, you can learn to socialize in a way that feels comfortable and authentic to you. So, if you're ready to take the next step of self-improvement and become more social as an introvert, start by trying out some of the tips we've covered in this video. And remember, socializing is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your successes, and don't be afraid to move out of your comfort zone and try new things. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content on personal growth, self-improvement, and living your best life. See you in the next video.